Hello! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Punishing Grey Raven. It has been a good while since I played this. I've been meaning to play the event story too. I'm also planning on rolling for her, although I don't know how how much I've saved up for this game. I don't think I have that much, unfortunately, but hopefully it's enough. Also, I've been having some serious Wi-Fi issue right now. Oh goodness, I really hope this clears up. Alright. I think it's good now. Welcome, welcome, Drifter. Hi. Always good to see you, my friend. Sorry, I don't know what's up with my internet. It is flipping out. A second, let me refresh this. Okay. I think it's fixed itself. Yes. Hello, hello, Drifter. I hope my internet holds out. Doesn't seem to be unconnected. The comment section's a little strange though. Alright, I think I can see you. Well, let's just get started. I'm sorry if I don't read your messages very quickly today. Seems to be a little slow on my end. Let's see. Story is this? Where's story? You don't see any issues of watching? Oh, that's good. This probably means it's on my side then. Let me refresh my second screen. Maybe that's the issue. Oh god, I have like a gazillion ads open. That might be why too. There you go. Okay, now it's working. The top left one. This one? Oh wait, no, this one. Calamity. Oh, okay. That's the shop. It's the materials. No, just the events. It's not this one. Oh gods. Locked in. Oh, chaos on the right. Okay. Oh, there you go. Thank you so much, Drifter. Alright, let's get started. Oh, 24th. Uh-oh, is this the main story? It's not the event story? Oh no. If it's the main story, then I guess I'll just do in chronological order. I thought it was an event story. Oh shite. I might have to rename the stream later on then. It is not right. Oh well, I guess I've just named my stream incorrectly for today. Well, we're actually gonna be playing. It kind of is an event story, but it says chapter like 24, doesn't it? Is it gonna make me skip it all the way through? Oh well. Well, let's just play it then. The label is kind of confusing. I see. That's strange. I've noticed that it doesn't take any serum either, so that's very strange. The white snakes through the place. Contrary to what she remembers of the place, however, this place doesn't have the same wall clock that tells her exactly what she needs to do. The clock here doesn't play all the lyrics she remembers by heart until it strikes 6. And it isn't until the clock strikes 7 that her mobile medic bot circles around her, and that lights on her medic bot, the only flickering color here beside the white, can be seen. By the time you get even close to this, you have forgotten. I see. Yeah, honestly, probably. Inside the lightless room, the white, having made its way across the floor, snakes up to the strands of hair and sideburns, stopping cold right where it reaches her artificial throat. Oh, greatness. I've forgotten to send an alert out on Discord too. I am fumbling today. What is happening? Let me send a notification real quick. There you go. Co-op also closes in 3 hours. Oh, gracious. Okay, let me finish this section of the story and we'll do co-op real quick. Thank you, Shifter. Thank you for confirming it. No rush? Well, that's true, huh? I don't think the stream will last 3 hours today, so should be good. Beyond where the white stops is a boundary formed by a black restraint, past which the white cannot traverse. Wrapped in black is a white girl sleeping quietly and reminiscent of a half-finished robot or machine that's yet to be activated, as the machine making adjustments to her restraints works her way around her. Oh, thank you, Drifter. No worries. I do want to play Punishing Grey Raven. It's been a really long time, and I feel like I've neglected the game for far too long. I feel bad for number 21. Is this number 21? Right on the other side of the observation room is a pair of eyes that is intently reading every single line of her data through one-way glass. Chaos Unsnarled, Chapter 24. Doing worse than yesterday, it seems. I thought BPH-22's mind had been stable all week and is given a pass. Yeah. Her mind isn't at its best today, and it's probably because her assistant bot is away today for regular checkups. The consciousness sharing module in the cobots has been switched to a simulated AI, no? What's still affecting her frame then? As seen both times of her release, other things seen in Global, her patch is overshadowed. Oh. Poor number 21. She's so cute though, and she is a good support. I'm surprised that not more people is pulling for her. She has trouble adjusting to the simulated AI's feedback, keeps shouting it, "Give Buddy back!" and whatnots, and that's causing instability in her mind on several occasions. Which is why I put the original consciousness sharing module back in the cobot as soon as she started showing signs of capabilities or compatibility with the frame. Because I wanted to make it easier for her to get used to the new frame. So this is how you treat her, huh? Like a kid? Aside from making this frame more powerful, they wanted her mind stabilized more than anything else, if my memories serve me correctly. And the fact that the cobot shares her memories to a certain extent, it's what's causing the instability that we're seeing in her mind. Just because I'm not the project lead here doesn't mean I'm gonna sit around while you squander our resources on experiments that are going nowhere. No, that's not what it is. See, I did put the original consciousness sharing module back in the cobot, but there isn't a port of mind for the new frame and the cobot to connect to each other. See, first by a buff that made her seem less effective in the 1.5 years ago, and now that Wuthering Waves was released at the same time. Ah, that does make sense. I feel like Wuthering Waves do have stolen quite a few players from Punishing Grey Raven, but at least it's going back to the same company, which is good. Which means that she can vaguely sense the cobot, but won't be able to connect to it. Which means her computing powers won't be shared like it did before. Nervous, Yarha now speaks twice as fast as he usually speaks. You aren't gonna tell me this is what she needs to feel better, are you? They made 24 million for the Wuthering Wave release. That is nice. That's a pretty penny. Hopefully they really used the cash to improve both Punishing Grey Raven and Wuthering Waves. Well, see, desperate times call for desperate measures, yeah? How old are you now, Yarha? I beg your pardon? The way you carry yourself reminds me of some innocent teenager. And what say you? And do only... Oh my god. And what you say and do only reinforce that impression. Ever thought about career change? I think I like it here the way things are. If the data isn't looking favorable, then just optimize everything and anything there's an issue. I understand that BPH-22 is your brainchild from research, which is why you're assigned to the project lead in the first place. But I still need you to know your place and refrain from being carried away. Sharing mind with a weapon is a nice try indeed, but science is all about perfecting what isn't perfect based on what we know from the past. Honkai Impact lost ground on income by a lot at the same time. Yeah, I've seen the reports. It's actually insane how much Honkai Impact fell off. I really thought that part 2 was gonna give them a fresh start, man. It's a shame that, well, I mean, honestly, me included, really haven't been latching onto the story. It's a high time we did away with all the experimental decisions from the past that are causing the shortcomings we're seeing now. The way I see it, you're treating BPH-22 like an artificial baby with her umbilical cord still uncut, which explains your leniency towards her failures thus far. You stated in your project proposal that you wanted to help her achieve competitive independence, and I really hope you follow through on that, or else it's best that you request this project be terminated sooner rather than later. Right. Is this what her combat data has been like? We're seeing significant improvements in the new frame as opposed to what we saw with the old frame. Her mind only lost control 3 times, and we were able to stabilize her with her restraints every time she lost control. Kiana was the biggest drive sim with me and Bra. Honestly, yes. I was quite surprised that there isn't even a single mention of them. Like, I feel like there is a few hints that Kiana is still the god in the background with some of the long passageways that you read with the scattered information throughout the world. But May and Bronny is nowhere to be seen, and their character building was definitely the driving force for Honkai Impact. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, the new main characters just isn't doing it for me. The main reason why it's lasted is due to old players who loved them. Yeah, it's unfortunate they did that. Hopefully in the future they do something about it. Seems like this frame is still a far cry from being put to combat then. A small improvement is as good as nothing. You're going to wow us with an improvement that we have never seen before now. The restraints won't just keep her from losing it. It's also gonna partially cap her combat ability and slowly give it back to her as her mind stabilizes. Yes, I'm quoting what you said. Welcome, welcome, Soup. Hi. We're doing Punishing Rare Raven today. I hope you enjoy this game as much as you enjoy Nikke's. It's definitely not as frisky as Nikke games, but it's got a pretty decent story going on. There's no point in capping her combat ability, given that she hasn't even reached the critical points. No? Yeah. It's still good though, it's still good. Well, I never thought that this would be a godsend anyways. She's all yours. Just keep in mind that the deadline is fast approaching. Dumping the cold black coffee from the mug in her hand to a recycler, Visalias leaves the terminal on the table unceremoniously and makes a beeline for the observation room's door. First things first. If I were you, I'd get her used to fighting on her own. And I'd start by getting rid of that placenta. Visalias points at the terminal sitting next to Yarha before vanishing around the mechanical door. Metallic door. Oh my goodness, I can't read. Yarha wakes his monitor up from sleep, which now displays options for activating the AI module in the cobots. Yarha stops in his tracks with a cursor in one of the options. As he looks at the girl beyond the one-way glass, memories from her first ever combat experiments hits him. Good, Yarha. Let the show begin. Show us that one-of-a-kind frame you're so proud of. The pure white construct girl tore away every one of her enemies in the experiment zone, which Yarha never saw coming. Driven by her instincts to attack, she was not unlike a beast born to fight. The bestiality? Oh my god, I almost read that as bestiality, man. Bestiality, known as number 21, is wreaking havoc in her human-like frame. I wanna go to sleep. Is it super late? God dang, Soup. Every day you seem to be grinding away. Work really never stops for you. Well, at least I'm hoping that they pay you well for how much you're working, my dude. It was bestiality that could be no purer. My poor flat. Damn. Well, I hope the job is at least life fulfilling. No money, no fulfillments. Well, maybe good exercise, muscles. Well, I do seriously hope you are doing good though, Soup. Well, for now, I guess sit back and relax as I read really poorly what is said on the screen. It's just bank fulfilling. Oh, that's good. At least it's fulfilling something. Newborns tend to be strongly impressed by what they first encounter in life, and such impressions usually leave them with an unfathomable influence in ways not immediately obvious. Her day spent doing nothing in Daedalus did not help her grow as a human newborn. Reborn as a construct and having gained her senses, number 21 was immediately accustomed to fighting endless battle out of instinct. Where the regular construct has to adapt to being a construct and all the perks that come with being a construct after a modification. Number 21 had to dig through her bestiality to find her humanity. While the modification technology for construct have been put to many a battle on a large scale, the influence of the mind on construct far surpasses public knowledge. While it is true that from a constructional perspective that number 21's old frame might harbor factors that caused the instability observed in her mind, Her self-consciousness is perhaps one of the root causes to blame. Yeah, a literal man-made machine. War child or war children is always tragics, man. Tragic stories. Self-consciousness, huh? Yarha knows full well how business is conducted in Corona. Working under Vesalius, who is a firm believer of advancements, inevitability comes with sacrifices. Corona would not hesitate to prioritize research over many things that are still the subjects of debate. Yarha doesn't consider himself a man of justice, because as far as scientific advancement is concerned, justice and injustice are but the green leaves that flank the fruits of success. Yarha, however, turns off the monitor without selecting the option on the screen. The cobot doesn't need to be there for the compatibility test, but I guess it's going to help you feel better when the test is over. Tick, tick. The terminal screen comes to life again, signaling the completion of the adjustments on number 21's restraints. Having ensured the accuracy of the numbers, Yarha awakens the girl. We're done for today. With it, number 21 opens her eyes. Previously sealed for visual synchronicity. Number 21's right eye no longer needs to be shared between her cobot and herself, and has, therefore, been replaced with a prosthetic eye that adds to her compatibility. Compatitivity. Has anyone ever read these passages, man? I upped the numbers in your restraints. Please feel free to set yourself loose to the test. At the test. Are you feeling anything out of the ordinary? No. This is different from the restraining collar they put on me at the Research Institute, but it's not that different. I didn't pass the experiment, did I? It hits Yarha that the new frame seems a lot more perspective than the old frame. It might not be completely free of restraints now, but it's likely that number 21 has overheard his conversation with Vesalius just now. I wouldn't say you didn't. It's not Buddy's fault. Buddy? Oh, you mean the cobot. This new body, it isn't like a human body. It's different from what I thought. Number 21 shakes her head. The ears-looking device over her head jiggles a little, as though it's picked up something. This frame came out with the best experiment data of all the frames you've been matched with. Neither a human nor an animal, and it's just like me, says number 21 as she lowers her head. A few moments later, she raises her head again. I still want to smell like a human, though, because people want to throw me into the garbage yard if I don't. They're afraid of me, and I know that. The more I try to be like them, the more confused I get. It only makes me less like them. I've never had a human smell, and I always knew that. Which is why I don't dislike the restraint. It stops my brain from working when my brain gets confused, so people don't need to be scared of me. You can do whatever you want with it. I need to pass the test so I can go back to Captain and Noctis. We have a month left, and I'll do everything I can to make that happen. Let's call a day here. Remember to ask Vera to export a data snapshot of your frame data every 4 hours. Oh, Vera's part of this experiment. Okay. Simple mind of a trained weapon. Yeah. Oh, gracious. Hello, Palooka. Quite the entrance, my friend. Hello. Oh, that definitely puts some energy into things. Have more plum green juice. Green juice? Plum green tea. Fantastic song. I'll figure out how to put the animation in one of these days, man. How's everyone? I am doing good. Doing pretty good. It's been a tiring day, though. I went hiking, I did chores, I did my groceries. Full schedule. 3 months later, at the ad hoc military base on Earth. But how are you, Palooka? Hope your day has been going well as well. We did pick up signs of activities of hetero creatures in the area, and we'll need some time to look into the details. Roger that, and we also need you to confirm whether in the recipes of the supplies you applied for a few days ago, the system says the transport craft carrying them has landed here. Yeah, so doing good, Drifter? Good to hear. Day's been fine, nothing, just a chill, boring day. Well, you know, they say no news is good news, Palooka. It's always good to have a nice, peaceful day, no matter how boring it is. Oops, did I skip that one? Roger that. And we also need you to confirm whether you're... Oh, wait, no, we said that already. Never mind. We gave it a quick count just now and noticed that the construction materials are half of what we put down in the application form. Resources are assigned based on levels of priority, and the clean zone is about to hit a critical period with its construction efforts. It's all they can relocate to a safer location sooner rather than later. It's also they can relocate to a safer location sooner rather than later. Anything else you need other than the construction materials? I know, Soup, you had a tiring day, but hopefully you had a better day once you get home, right? Tiring day only means the better the relaxation is gonna be. Well, at least it's that way for me anyways. Take a nice long shower after a tiring day. Anything else you need other than construction materials? I could really use a few hands here, even 3 to 4 would do. They don't need to be fighters, but they do need to know how to operate the machines we have here. Our fighters here are all tied down to miscellaneous work, which is why we need a few extra hands here as replacements. And we could use some anti-inflammatory drugs and serum here too. There are quite a few people in the conservation area who came down with symptoms. They're severely short on medicine, and what I have in stock here won't last them for long. And we keep getting reports on people that went missing from the conservation area. It probably has to do with the hetero creatures, but I'm too short in time and manpower to follow up now. And on top of the few hands I just asked for, we'll need more people and resources for me to get around to helping the missing people. Well, let's see. A squad from the Purifying Force is out on a mission around you, and will be passing by where you are within a few hours. They'll bring you the resource you need. I'll send you the captain's identification code for your terminal in a bit. As for the extra hands you need, we're actually short on manpower here ourselves. Our reserves aren't exactly qualified to be part of missions of this rank either. That said, I just put your request in the queue. CC will review it and reach out to you. Sure. Come on now. If any of y'all ever worked in any companies, we know that those CC messages are thrown straight into the garbage. As soon as Vera get off the line, a towering figure lifts the curtain and squeezes himself through the tent entrance that's overly small to him. Who in the world are you? Noctis. I've seen you before. Done with the cell? Yikes. The look in your face. Here, I got you that recon report for Zone A. Those damn geezers at CC won't even send a few hands down here to help things out. This is just ridiculous. And that has to go on the list of all things you can't handle, Vera. Yep, and that leaves me no choice but to work you into a pub for the next 48 hours. Wait, what? That is not what it says in the contract, though. Yeah, and you're gonna dig that out from under all that garbage you keep in the lounge, right? Nope, probably not gonna do that. Then just keep your mouth shut. Yeah, I'll let that go. We all know who's the bigger person here. Literally. And where's number 21? Not back from Zone B? It's a win for me, then. Vera's Team Noctis and number 21. Oh. Huh. Is that a new team? I do not remember Vera having these two in their team. Noctis is coming next patch. Nice, nice. He's probably going to use a great sword, right? Or maybe a whole new weapon. Vera cast a time display on her terminal. She previously put in number 21 and Noctis on respective recon missions to observe activities from the hetero creatures around the conservation area, with 2 constructs each. While constructs usually have no trouble carrying out recon missions on their own, given the potential risk and the shrewd perspectiveness of their enemies, Vera decided that it's be in everyone's best interest for number 21 and Noctis to join them. Recalling what Kurono has said in the reports about number 21, and that number 21's match to her new frame was not, technically speaking, perfect, Vera picks up her terminal ready to check in on her. Fortunately, number 21's new frame has proved to be an addition to the squad's overall combativity, and is on account of this fact that the higher-ups at Babylonia has granted her freedom in her new frame, having agreed to later fine-tune it in accordance to her activity data. He has the longest wait time for release as we've known since way back. Have we met him yet? I honestly don't remember him at all. If we met him already. Let's see. Wonder if they will make Noctis use the tiniest dagger. Oh my lord. That would actually be fantastic, man. Just a big-ass man, and he's throwing a toothpick around. But you know, I've seen on the internet people flinging toothpicks. They make some pretty decent weapon if you know how to shoot them like bullets. Right after Vera hits the dial button on her terminal, she hears the ringing of another terminal from outside the tent. And with it, number 21 comes into the tent. Captain, and hi to you too, Noctis. I finished Zone B's recon with the other 2 people. You haven't met him yet, as it is chapter extra 5. I think he's mentioned absolute beast of a man running around with a butter knife. You know what? That just makes it even better. His sheer size alone will intimidate the enemies to back off. Okay, chapter extra number 5. I guess that's just pretty far away then. And I've been back for God knows how long. You gotta up your game there, kiddo. Shush. Well, we can totally go out now and try something different. Just don't cry if you lose again. Not gonna do that. I'm not competing with a cheater. Excuse me? Exactly when have I cheated? Fine with me, though. I just thought I'd be entertaining you because you and Vera have been looking shitty these days. Let's get back to business here. This corner from Zone B seems to be missing data. 21. Walking up to Vera, number 21 sees Vera pointing at a peculiar corner on the map. Because they said they were done. Who are they? The construct that were working with you? Yes. Safety in numbers are indeed one of the reasons I sent you there with those constructs, but I was hoping that you would take advantage of the manpower to get things done. Come on, you really need to pull yourself together. Section 6 from Zone B, I want you to fill in the missing recon data for now. 21. Not that far from where you are in the main story. Oh, that's good. That's good. Man, I have a lot to catch up on in this game. Send it to my terminal as soon as you're done. I'll take care of things from there. But they don't want to work with me. What? Biting her lower lips, number 21 seems as though she's about to say something. A few moments later, however, she walks out of the tent in a hurry. Is she okay? She's been acting a little funny since she got that new frame. Probably gonna take her some time to get used to the frame. And I guess you're done with what you had to do, no? Go and get yourself a set of equipment then. You'll leave as soon as I am done sending you your mission to your terminal. Vera catches herself feeling a surge of anxiety she can't quite word herself. Noctis might have been the first one to have noticed something wrong with number 21, and Vera finds herself sharing the same observation now. Vera's application to get number 21 a new frame was no easy feat at all, having only succeeded after much planning and bargaining behind the scenes. Vera was hoping the new frame would keep number 21's sanity in check, knowing full well how wrong things can go when mind doesn't function properly. All that the new frame seems to have done to number 21, however, is to set her one screw loose and made her overly cautious where she didn't used to be, even. And given number 21's current states, Vera isn't surprised that her compatibility has fallen short of prediction. Hey, what is this gizmo here? Hands off my weapon case. It's magnetic. Oh my god. It's the magnetic key to 21's restraints. Put it back now before you lose it. Bet those guys from the admin department are dying to see you since you've got a bunch of vehicles and supplies to settle. Wait, you're talking about the restraints around 21's neck, right? Why don't you go ahead and set her free of that? It really bothers me whenever I see it. You know what? I think I'm gonna buy one and put it around your neck and see how you like it, says Vera, avoiding Noctis' question. Deciding not to press further, Noctis shrugs as he puts on the black magnetic key back into Vera's weapon case. You have the coordinates to your terminal now. You'll see the Grey Raven Commandant waiting for you when you get there. This is far with capital F. Any vehicles I can use? Your legs, of course. I'd much rather use my legs for when I need to fight. Just shut up and get to your work already. The Grey Raven Commandant is coming this way with 2 of her members. The hetero creatures there seemed unusually active, and I'm guessing there is a bunch of them there too, which is why I'm sending you there. Remember to pack up enough supplies before you go. Makes sense. I think I'm bringing 2 more sets of explosives. No, make that 5 instead. Done. Get lost already then. Just sent you Grey Raven's identification code. On it, ma'am. On it. Vera wonders if that's where all the hetero creatures originated, considering Grey Raven's proximity to the Crow. As the Crow file. Oh, gracious. Let me take a breather real quick. Man, I am not got the reading skills today. Vera wonders if that's where all the hetero creatures originated, considering Grey Raven's proximity as the crow flies. Given how little they know about the origin, area of distribution, and the status of the hetero creatures, Vera knows for a fact that if anything should happen now, they wouldn't be able to keep everyone in the conservation area safe with the handful of constructs they currently have. Now that the Grey Ravens are coming, Vera wants to pick their brains on what they've learned. What a bunch of sods, she says. Wow. Oh, gracious, there's quite a lot, isn't it? Well, if you're still there, Drifter, do you want to do co-op as a change of pace? It's okay. It is quite long. Yeah. I have noticed. I should probably speed up on my reading. All right, co-op time then. It's been a while. It has certainly been a while. Oh, both seem to be the same. It's slightly different, so we'll just go with the first one then. There you go. It's hard to speed up the wording. Yeah, it is a little bit. It is seems to be quite the long, quite the long story. Oh, don't worry, I've got enough serum for today, luckily. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that. Couldn't start because we're the same characters. Wow, you got their skin too. She looks really cute. I mean, hopefully she's a little happier in that skin as a schoolgirl. Number 21 has really suffered quite enough just from being born. Claw girl pretty. She is quite pretty. She's very cute too. Small. Huzzah! Oh, I forgot to up the difficulty. I was wondering why it was so quick. But yeah, she is beautiful, isn't she, Palooka? Yeah, it was a little easy. Nice. We both got a 4-star weapon. Not too bad. Alright, nightmare difficulty, let's go. From 0 to 100, no problem. Alpha's eyes have a very similar color to Claw Girl. I wonder if that's an implication for anything. Probably not. Ow, ow. Okay, that was... Where are you? Why are you not targeting? Oh, gracious. Is it that again? Alpha, no. I think I just triggered my own taco stick. Alpha. Every once in a while, Alpha just does not target the enemy. I don't know why she does this. Why does she do this? Alpha. Thank you, Drifter. Thank you for finishing that up for me. Yeah, I deserved that one. Deserved a 3-star weapon. Well, you didn't deserve that. Man. I'm gonna switch a boss. I cannot fight this. I cannot fight that lady boss, man. It seems that every time I fight them, it's always not targeting. Also, the enemy goes for strongest character on the field. Ah, well, that's good news for me. I'm certainly not the strongest in the field. Yeah, I don't know if I even have a chance of getting number 21, but she is adorable and I would love to get her though. I don't think my luck is as amazing as it is in Nikke's. Not in punishing Grey Raven anyways. They saw how much my skill sucks in this game and decided that I don't deserve the units, which I can't even blame them for. Alpha. Wow. You know, you're so powerful, Alpha, but it'd be so nice if you actually attack the enemy. Wow, look at that. Empty field we just attacked. What is happening? Did they decide that Alpha was just too overpowered and that she's not allowed to attack anymore? Was... Okay, you know what, maybe a mouse would be better at aiming like this. No, it's not. It's not any better. Is this a... Why is she attacking behind her? Am I doing anything? I'm just gonna use another character later. Maybe it's just Alpha. I'm so incredibly confused. I'm sorry I'm making you do all the works. Drifter. Oh, what? Alpha, what are you doing? So you see, I reported you? I haven't, but honestly, I really should be doing so. Okay, her special attack seems to be landing, but her regular attacks is just not hitting, and she keeps attacking behind herself. Thanks, Drifter. Oh, that's a nice weapon. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'm surprised I got any damage in. Dang. Okay, let's try another boss. Oh, my internet just went out completely on my second screen. What in the world happened? Give me 1 second to reconnect. Can't see any comments. I'm sorry if you guys are talking. Hopefully the refresh did it. Man, all sort of problems today. What is happening? Oh, there you go. Oh, I can finally see it again. Sorry about that. It's all her. All three of them is her. The only one is the Overlord, but he's quite funny. He's quite funny. He's quite hard. It's funny, I have better connection with you in co-op than with Aiko, and she's closer in distance. We got stronger connection, what can I say? We just have a stronger connection, Drifter. Alright, girl, I can't use her right now. I'm using someone else. Hopefully, non-alpha will actually target the enemy. Also, does your character heal? I didn't even know she can heal as well. She does so much damage. She's really OP if she heals, buffs, and deal damage. Pretty insane. Oh, that is so nice. Actually, you know what? Since you're gonna be a damage dealer, maybe I'll just be the healer. I support. There you go. Oh, Tess, bring your alpha? Oh, if I bring my alpha, I don't think you can play as alpha though. Only one of us can be alpha. If I'm alpha, you can't be alpha, Drifter. Are you sure? Claw Girl's the whole package. Yeah, she is, isn't she? Flippin' insane how much she can do. Oh, I have this girl. Well, I don't have the skin, but I have the character. She's very cute as well. I love her attack style. Alright, Alpha, please. I know one of your eyes are like, might be blind or something. I don't know your story yet, but okay, yeah, see? She can attack this dude perfectly. What is happening with the other lady? I think it's happened before too, the thing is. It seems like she can never quite attack the other lady properly. So the bug is specific to Centaur Lady. Yep. It really is. I mean, I definitely... Oh, it's still on easy. No wonder it was so easy. Yeah, because the thing is, even before, I'm pretty sure I've encountered the glitch like several times now. Can't deal damage to Centaur Lady. Maybe it's Alpha's secret crush or something and she doesn't want to attack the Centaur Lady. Alright, we'll do one more. One more, and then we're gonna go back to the event story. Since we've gotten the mystery solved. I think it's PC related bug for Rosetta. Oh, it might be. Although it's been here for a while now. I'll definitely write reports for the developers on this though. And I do wonder if they know. It doesn't happen for mobile. That's interesting. I don't ever really play co-op on my iOS devices, but I'll definitely test it out later tonight if I'm grinding for this game. It's unfortunate though. I feel like this game is fantastic for a PC. If there's glitches like this, it could be pretty difficult to play properly. Oh, I remember her. Her story was flippin' fantastic. Well, at least Phoenix Bro likes to be bullied by ladies, so got that going for us. swore I blocked that. I guess I was a little off with my timing. That Taco Bell ding though, that's fantastic. My timing is so off. And also it's kind of hard to see with this boss. Everything is going on with the screen right now. Phew. Thank you, Drifter. You are always a fantastic help in these co-op games. It's an absolute light show, yeah. Absolutely. Alright. Back to— oh, who are you? Well, I'm sorry, dude, whoever you are, but we're doing story. I don't know who that lady was, but seemed to have joined us at the very end there. In the woods northward of the conservation area. Section 6 from Zone B over here, buddy. Number 21 turns the electronic map on her terminal screen at 450 degrees to make sure they're going the right way. You turn it upside down and then turn it upside down again. No, you turn it right side up and then you turn it upside down. Turn it 360 and then 180. This is quite a handful, isn't it? As number 21 walks straight ahead, her cobot gallops around her feet like a puppy having fun hanging out. But Buddy always understands me even if I don't speak to you straight from inside my head, right? Uh-huh, that's right. Lowering her voice, number 21 mimics her cobot robotic tone. And here we are. 450 degrees to skin is yeah. You're just spinning in circles several times at that point. An hour before. Hey, isn't that the mentally disturbed kid from the Cerberus I'm seeing back there? Shh, keep it down. Apparently there's this one time when she was on a mission where she lost it after killing all the enemies, and she just went on trying to smoke her own team. Luckily the Grey Raven commandant got there in the nick of time and contained her killing spree. Oh, nice. Oh, and why is Purifying Force not wiping her out for doing what she's done? Some higher-ups let her off the hook. See, that's how badass they are, the Cyberus. Is that really badass? Which means our lives are at stake here, no? Tell me about it. I swear to God I've never have come if I knew the Cyberus would be here at all. Or Cerberus. Cerberus. I don't think we have a choice. We're essentially tools and they get to use us however they see fit. She's looking this way. Don't look back. Avoid eye contact. All done, says number 21 as she raises the terminal to the construct to see the data on it. Alrighty. Sensing her footsteps, the constructs immediately keep a safe distance away from her like two cats whose tail have been stepped on. Stay away. Number 21 is no stranger to situations like this. No, number 21 stops what she's been doing and waits for the constructs to finish what they need to do. We're done too. Alright, on to the next one. From the measuring points, 21 aligns the anchoring point to her terminal with the area's superscript. It's only going to take a few minutes for the missing recon data to be filled. Number 21 figures that checking what's missing and filling up the gap herself is far easier than have to explain herself to Vera, on things she herself doesn't even quite understand, or questioning the two constructs and what's went wrong. I gave that person a hand with their co-op. Nice. Thank you, Drifter. Constructs, are there guy robots? Oh no, constructs are all robots. Female and male robots are all called constructs. All constructs are made from humans, like Nikes, butts, humans. So yeah, this world and Punishing Grey Raven doesn't discriminate between male and female. All people can be used to make weapons. And they can all die a horrible fate together. Huzzah! So yeah, you can think of constructs as Nikes, but there are also dudes now. Their terminal beeping, number 21 proceeds to send the data that was previously missing to Vera's terminal. This is very nice of you though, Drifter, giving them a hand. Phew, all done. Probably best if I don't do anything unnecessary, right, buddy? As her cobot starts rubbing itself affectionately against her leg, number 21 can feel its chilling alloy shell against her skin. Hey, look, a dried leaf. And it's flying. Jolting to the cobot's movements, a dead leaf wobbles in the air, only to make a somewhat unsteady landing on a tree branch not too far away. Most space model constructors show are male ones, but there have been female ones showing up more. Nice. Yeah. You know, as nice as it is to see all the male bots, they do gotta know where all the moneymakers are. It's not a leaf, buddy. Number 21 walks up and reaches her hand for the creature. She wants to touch the fleeting butterfly. Better leave it alone. The kid is dying. Who in the world are you? Following a barely audible noise of clothes rubbing against each other, number 21 hears the very words from out of nowhere. Who's there? With a question, number 21 positions herself for a fight as she tries to pick up signs of anything suspicious from where the voice came. A few seconds later, her cobot takes a fighting position too. Did I scare you? My apologies. It's just I've never seen anyone bat these creatures an eye when they aren't looking for food. The strangers of a girl leans slothfully against a tree branch, her voice sounding so devoid of life that it seems that even the gentlest gust of wind would take her away. You're sleepy? Oh, bye-bye, Palooka. Thank you for checking in, though. It's always good to see you, my friend. It is Punishing Grey Raven. Yes. Hello, Jace. Welcome. Oh, is it sad? Oh, dear. You're gonna miss PGR? What do you mean? Oh, right. Are you leaving the game? I understand. There has been a lot of gacha games, and you do have to pick and choose to maximize your time for fun. Bianca's team had a lot of female constructs working for her. Huh, does it? I see. I'm switching fully to Weathering Waves. Nice. Well, I mean, I understand, Jace, as long as you're having fun. I mean, if it's any more comforting, I'll be playing PGR every once in a while on this channel, though. But I'm gonna miss the Grey Raven squad. Yeah, I can definitely feel that. You know, honestly, ever since the anchor we know is in Honkai Impact, Punishing Grey Raven is holding down the fort with their trio. Number 21 doesn't recognize the attire she is wearing, other than the cloak she is in, which number 21 remembers seeing most of the refugees in the conservation area wearing. Number 21 doesn't recognize anything else on the girl. Until one day, Weathering Waves PGR. Oh my god. We can only hope, man. I would play the hell out of Weathering Waves if they got some of our boys and girls ported there. That'd be so nice. Vera 21, Bianca, every other top tier waifu going to Wuthering Waves. Hey, don't forget the guys, Jason. We gotta make some room for the men too. Which is only a matter of time till it happens, right? Fingers crossed. I really hope they don't try to separate it into two different entities. Because it'd be very nice to see them. Oh my god, Alpha breaking Wuthering Wave. Alpha would just destroy everything in Wuthering Waves, man. Everyone and everything is dead if she just glances at them too hard. Lucia's going to Wuthering Waves doesn't make sense because the goddess looks straight up like her. There's no daddies in Wuthering Waves, it isn't. You can never have more. Come on now, Jace. You can never have enough daddies. You got the mommies, you gotta have equal amount of daddies too. Yeah, maybe onto something with that though. Maybe. Alpha's just that strong, Drifter. She's just that strong. Switching to a more comfortable sitting position, the girl looks back and forth between number 21 and her cobots. She doesn't have the unique stench of hetero creature, and neither is she in a fighting position. Sensing that the girl poses no threats, number 21 lowers her weapon. Dead leaves are hard to come by these days, so this is what I would call a wonderful stroke of luck. We barely see them anymore. Why is dead leaves hard to come by? There's so many live leaves, right? If you just pick them, they'll become dead leaves. Why is dead leaves hard to come by? Roland and Wuthering Waves would be crazy. He would probably be pretty tall. Wait, actually, who is Roland? I don't quite remember who he is, but I'm sure he's crazy strong if you vouch for him, Drifter. It is a butterfly and is a kind of insect, that much I know. Is it dying? Yes, butterflies live a short life compared to humans, and this place is no longer livable for them. Oh, I'll keep my hands off of it then. This is the first time number 21 is having a discussion with someone about things she's only seen in documentaries, which makes her interested in the girl in front of her. Roland exists already as Scar. You know what? Scar, they've removed Scar's unigiri crotch seaweed, man. We need more men as compensation for that disgrace. I can't believe they removed the the black strip on his crotch. The whole fandom is angry, especially ladies. And I'm angry with them. How could they? How could they take that away from us? And even the other gray-haired guy, Watanabe Gushi, it's nice to reference models. Oh, is it? I guess it makes sense that they would reference former models from their old games. It's one thing. That zipper. Hey, you don't know how far that zipper goes? That can go whole 9 miles with that zipper on his crotch. And women love it. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, we love it, Jace. When you finally get to Roland backstory, Stroud, you will never forget this story for sure. Honestly, I would not be surprised. He is so angsty that his story is 100% gonna be a tragedy. Which make her interested in the girl in front of her. So, who are you? Are you a construct too? Construct. Right. That's how you call someone like me, but I go by Canon here. Oh my god, she's Canon. I'm sorry, that's a terrible joke. Oh, I go by number 21. Number 21? Which squad do you belong to? I don't belong to any of you. Hopping off the tree, she's sitting on and landing squarely in front of number 21, Canon. Number 21. Cannon is reminiscent of a nimble creature that traverses the woods. Cannon. That's an interesting name. I do recall a conservation area, and I run errands every now and then too. In exchange— ah! Hello, Ghost in the Shell. Welcome, welcome. I thought you were a peanut. You were Peanut for a second there. May I leave the basement to get some water? No, you can get your water from the hamster bottle. You gotta lick the metal bottle. You know how hamster drink water? you gotta do that to have a little sip. You better hold on to those precious few peanuts. You keep throwing them and you're gonna run out of rations. Yeah, welcome, though. No throwing Doros too. Yeah, maybe Doros will act as emergency food. Throw too many, you're gonna run out of Doros too. But yes, welcome, Ghost in the Shell. Already training the new ones. Oh no. How are you? Is the Doros asexually reproducing down there or something? What is happening? I do recall for conservation area, and I run errands every now and then too. In exchange for my services, Sailants let me stay here. They're like tribbles. Oh dear. That does not bode well for me. Sailants. The one in charge of our conservation area. You don't know him? Captain is the one who remembers people's faces. Are you here on a mission too? You've probably heard about all the people that's been going missing here, right? I'm actually off duty now though, and I like it here when I'm off duty. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Ghost in the Shell, do you play Punishing Grey Raven? I know we met when I'm playing Nikkei's, but a lot of people I've met who plays gacha games honestly play all the gacha games that I'm currently playing. I am curious. Do you play it? And if you do, how long have you been playing it? Let's see, you probably heard about all the people that have gone missing here, right? I'm actually off duty now though. I like it here when I'm off duty. Why? Is that your weapon? It looks different from some of the machines I've seen. I do not. I only play the one after dropping FGO. Ah, I see. Okay. This is oh, I forgot to read Buddy for a second there. This is Buddy. Buddy is my friend. Number 21 seems somewhat proud. She is happy that she finally came across someone who, just like number 1 herself, sees her cobot as for its uniqueness. Can it do anything else other than fighting? Of course. Do a dance, Buddy. Oh my god. With that, the cobot starts spinning, the balancing leaf on its either side rhythmically, reminiscent of a tap dancer. After a quick round around number 21 and Cannon, it stops right in front of Cannon and shakes the antenna over its head. Buddy can do a whole lot of things like me, and when Buddy is upset, it wants to kick Noctis's butt too. Noctis is a silly big guy that I hang out with. Haruka. What does that mean? It means ethnic group, but you can see it as family too. Oh, Buddy is my Haruka. Uttering the— oh my god, you look terrifying, number 21. Don't ever smile, please. Uttering the unfamiliar words, number 21 raises her intonation at the last syllable and unintentionally the corners of her mouth. Haruka. Sounds good. Teach me a few more words. Straw, did you see Lucia Plume's new coating? If not, take a look at it later. Oh, I have not seen it. Honestly, Lucia get all the good coatings, man. I'll definitely check it out in a bit. Well, how about Sinka? Simply put, it means forest. Cannon didn't expect a girl would show such a keen interest in the old language she spoke. While number 21 is still learning to smile. You're right. I'm sorry, number 21. I didn't mean to discourage you smiling, but maybe we should start with a smaller smile. Just a slight twitch to the corner of her mouth. She spent years after years hiding language. That's part of who she is. All just so she could have no trouble communicating with people. The infinite forest that her elders always speak of is turned into a finite, though still extensive natural reserve at the end of the Golden Age. Her people still speak in their native tongue. In an effort to communicate with her people, researchers in the nature reserve had to learn their native tongue. Canon never imagined that she herself would have to learn the language from the world outside one day to be able to live. Life as a vagabond never lacks surprises. In the first constructive area, where she only spent a short time living, Canon remembers there seeing her as an ominous outsider, when they, just like Canon herself, were outsiders too. Sinka sounds good, but I still like how Haruka sounds better. Canary, you sing so well. Can I hear you sing again? Come on. Connect and protect our Sinka. Bless the bodies on the ground as you receive the souls from the heavens. You planted and nurtured a seed that would eventually turn into our roots. The wind brought with it your murmurs. Do share with our people your joy and sorrow. May we have your complement through all eternity. Please guide all souls that sing the song of Sinka forever and ever. That's great, Granny Shanika. Should have had Shanika would have had a lot of good things to say about me if I sing as well as you do. Hi, Peanuts. Bedtime story? Yeah, it is quite long. I hope you enjoy the story anyways, though. It's about number 21, our little wolf girl. She's quite literally built to be a fighting machine, so her story is very sad. In this world and Punishing Ray Raven, you know, they turn humans into robots, but number 21 is basically a robot learning to be a human. What was that just now? It sounded good. It's a song from home, and honestly, it's been a while since I last sang it. But yes, no, Peanut. I hope your day's been going well. You said Sinka in your song. I heard it. Does that mean you live in the forest? No wonder you find it more comfortable up in the tree. The trees we have back home are different from the trees here. Back home, we used to have a forest that went as far as one could see. Forget to mention number 21's smile is learned from Vera. That, oh my god. Now that you mention the Drifter, that makes so much sense. That is, I was thinking that the smile was a little familiar. The fact that it's from Vera makes perfect sense now. Trees are trees. What's the difference? As 21 scratches her head, her cobot makes a confused noise too. Ma'am, Sinka. This is what we call a forest. Ma'am Sinka accepts all creatures, air, and water. When you're in her arms, you don't feel lonely or scared, even if you're just briefly on your own. We could feel her from the soil we stood on and the aroma in the wind when I was a kid. Stopping cold, Canon says no more. Never mind. I just don't want to bore you with all the yada yada. I don't feel bored. Do you have monkeys at home? I've seen monkeys on my terminal. They were swinging around and eating lice off people. What game it is? It is Punishing Gray Raven. It has been a while since I last streamed it, but I do think you were here for the last one too. Although I understand why you wouldn't recognize it. We are with a whole new cast today. But yeah, PGR. It is the game before Wuthering Waves. Or Wuthering Waves' predecessor, if you would. monkeys. We call them tankun in our language. Oh, what about wolf pups? I've seen them all the time on our terminal, but have never seen real ones. Sashibi is the word we use to refer to baby wolves. They're only active in certain places though, and I've only seen them twice myself. Young wolves don't usually go around on their own because their pack keeps them safe. That's exactly what I've seen on my terminal. You look kind of like them. Are you a worshipper of Sashibi? I look kind of like them? You mean my ears, my tails? It's only so I don't go crazy. I must be in a frame that somewhat looks like this. Go crazy. It happens when I see Captain or Noctis get hurt, sometimes from headaches, but there are times when I don't know why. I just feel empty and heavy in this frame. They say I hurt my friends when I went crazy. So Captain got me this new frame. They're gonna dump me in the garbage yard if I go crazy. You Captain and this big guy that you talk about, I bet they're important to you. Well, Peanuts, sleep tight. I hope you got your... Well, I don't know what your bedtime ritual is, but got your tea ready? If you also drink tea before bed. Got my tea ready. Yes, Derma Haruka, just like Buddy. It makes sense that you'd be sad when they're hurt then. You don't want to hurt your other Haruka though. Is that so? I wouldn't call the other people my Haruka just yet. Well, relationship can be complicated indeed. Tea before bed, that'd keep me up. I can definitely understand. Ghost in a Shell. Although, surprisingly, caffeine really does not keep me up. Like, even when I drink coffee, it just gives me a headache. But when I drink tea, it calms me, so it's very good for me. Sleeping times. Should gamble our channel points in this game. And how would you do that? When I went hunting with Grandpa Kanger this one time, he told me about this taboo way of hunting. So what you do first is that you catch a Lina chick. Lina is a kind of bird, by the way. And then you set up a trap with the chicks to attract their parents. Lina are smart and they fly really high. That makes it difficult to catch them on the ground with irregular tools. But when they hear their kids chirping, they come back to the ground knowing how dangerous the trap is. Once taken from the parents, the chicks can't survive into adulthood even if you let them go, which is why people have banned this way of hunting. Yeah, that's actually terrible, man. Holding birds hostages to get their parents to eat. The caffeine is whatever. I can't drink very hot drinks, so I have to wait for it to cool. I can understand that. I take pretty big gulps too, so colder drinks do suit me good. Although, honestly, hot tea is probably the only exception I make with hot drinks. Well, I mean, hot tea's and hot chocolate, I guess. Although I do love cold tea too. Let's see, once taken from... okay, read that already. So, what do we do in this game? Well, usually in this game we fight, but today is a story galore. The Song of Senka says all souls are from the heavens. And sometimes I wonder if the lone souls would just keep going further away from home if a Haruka didn't turn our souls into a tapestry close to the ground. Like now. Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Forget about the last part I just said. And, well, good times never last, huh? I'm heading back to my conservation area now. What's your plan? I'll go this way. Towards where all the military tents are westward of my conservation area. Every game needs a lore dump, absolutely. Honestly, Punishing Ray Riven and Honkai Impact, definitely the biggest lore dumps amongst gacha games, but that is what makes them good if you take it slow and steady. You get really attached with the characters just by the sheer amount of time you spend with them. And with a bit of fighting in between. Alright, that's good. Just a little bit of action to keep us on our toes. If that is where you'll be going, there's a path you can take beside my conservation area. It's gonna get you there faster if you go through the woods. I can take you to the path where we go to our conservation area. Okay, let's go, buddy. Seeing number 21 wave her hand, the cobot carries his plump body with astounding ease and hops over a bulging tree root in its way. Tell me more about Sashibi. You said you've seen them twice. Real Sashibi. Sure, I was 7 when I first saw them. Grey Raven at mission. Oh. Turn right 60 meters ahead and there'll be an internal path. It takes us right through the buildings. Roger. Commandants, we're here. Okay, guns. Guns ablazing, y'all. The door is down, let's go. Though the destroyed side door barge a human and 2 construct behind whom is bubbling red marsh that threatens to lick them by the ankle. And the lead is Liv, who's monitoring the environmental data as she clears the path of anything that stands in her way. You find yourself in between Liv and Lee, relatively safe position. Ever since running into the first hetero creature you saw there, Lee has been firing shots non-stop. While Lee is immune to the punishing Grey Wyvers in his specialized frame, his immunity doesn't prevent the frame itself from being worn down and the ensuing fatigue. A bit of fight. Lore dump with a dating simulator UI. I suppose. I mean, isn't that basically Nikke's too? With our goddess of victory. Only this time they also include men. Head upstairs. Let's go, Grey Ravens. As you rush their way up. Okay. The clanks and clunks coming off the rusty stairs sounds the furthest thing from melodious. A few seconds later, the metallic staircase let out a heart-wrenching cry as the hetero creatures flood up the stairs, painting the path crimson in this blink of an eye. I mean, Nikke's have EVA now. Peanuts. Okay, that is fair, yes. Nikke's do have some voice acting in it, but to be fair, this isn't technically the main story. This is a side story about number 21. Punishing Raven do have most of their dialogues voice acted in the main story. Destroy the stairs, Lee. With no hesitation, Lee switches his composite armaments to rifle mode in a split second, before firing a barrage of shots that land squarely on the staircase's points of application. With that, the wavering... God, I can't read. The wavering staircase plummets to the bottom with all the hetero creatures still on it. Coming to a halt, you take a few deep breaths to soothe your pounding heart. What is the situation, Liv? The floor we're on now, I haven't picked up on any other hetero creatures yet in the building, but the biggest bunch in this area is the bunch we've just ran into right under our feet. We caught the attention of a bunch of enemies along the way, so it's highly likely that we're looking at a bunch about 20% to 30% bigger than what we detected at first. Lee speaks from where the staircases has snapped, looking down at the bunch of hetero creatures engaged in seemingly meaningless behaviors. Every last one of the hetero creatures wiggle its body towards the second floor, apparently still remembering that the targets they're after are up there. Fortunately, however, there is nothing for them to make their way up. I might be able to get rid of them with the ammo I have left, but there's no telling if we're gonna run into a bunch this big again before supplies arrive. True. Let's wait them out. We can try to circumvent them. Let's stay put for now. But don't lay your guard down. Copy that. Lisa let out a long sigh. It's likely that something else weighs on his mind now, since he isn't the one that complains about mission, no matter how difficult they might be. What is wrong? How's Lucia doing? Liv droops her head at Lee's question. This is probably the question that they've been meaning to ask the entire way but never had a chance. Oh dear. Many people have never missed a chance to ask you about Lucia ever since she's gotten back to Babylonia. Lucia's mind had been put under round the clock surveillance as she was deemed a potential risk for having private contact with the Ascendants. With the Science Council in charge, the Control Court had been monitoring and investigating Lucia's mind, and will eventually deliver multiple parties to their findings based on Lucia's memory data from when she was in contact with Ascendants. On the surface, it all seemed like a harmless enough process of investigation and data collecting, except no one can say for sure when the surveillance is going to stop. Having experienced what they called benign surveillance firsthand, you, for one, knows for sure that being watched around the clock poses no less stress than the battlefield does. You, however, take comfort in the only saving grace of it all, one that currently works at the Science Council. So I guess that makes us partner in crime now, no? You hold your hand out to Asimov. After a brief moment of hesitation, Asimov's hand grasps yours. It feels a little cold. Before you can answer Lee's question, however, you see an email on your terminal that's arrived right on time from the Science Council. There we go. You turn your terminal to face Lee and Liv so they can see what's going on the screen. On your screen now is a partial record of mind overloads from experiments on the hyperreal frame, except the record comes with great detail. The record comes with detailed notes and analysis. Wait, what is this? Lee, I think you probably want to... Dumbfounded, Lee looks at you, apparently waiting for some sort of approval. You project your terminal's viral keyboard to Lee. With it, Lee worked away immediately. About half a minute later, having been extracted and reordered, the notes and analysis that came with the report had been turned into an email with just words. Did a regular checkup today. She felt a little tired, but she was doing fine. Kuroro raised a few questions late last night about the open reports. It's all under control though, so don't worry. The Control Court has asked for a reanalysis of certain data. I demanded an explanation given our shortage of manpower. They haven't replied yet. Their motive is yet to be determined. Best to not let our guard down. Doing fine. That refers to Lucia, right? Glad to know that we've had them here to help us from the inside, but exactly when did this... Lee has apparently guessed the identity of the email sender, since that person has helped him out of countless occasions when it comes to the hyperreal frame and the hetero tower incident. When Lucia just got back to Babylonia, I didn't see any of this coming at all, which is why I failed to bring you all up to speed. My apologies. No, it's fine, Commandants. We know you're always looking out for us. There was no need for you to bring this up anyways, if nothing happened. True. I'm glad that Lucia's doing just fine, but, well, Liv seems to have recalled the whole surveillance incidents from before her. Her face grew heavier by the second. Right when you're about to say a few words to cheer up both Lee and Liv, you pick up a barely audible noise. You keep your eyes closed for 2 seconds, and through the silence, you hear something you described as a metallic object being pulled lengthwise or twisted. That should have sounded like a rattlesnake. Before you can tell them about the weird noise, however, Liv is already busy surveying your surroundings again, while Lee trains his weapon straight at where the staircase is snapped. No new target found. The enemies downstairs are still our main target of interest. The staircase is gone, but they're still trying to make their way up here. The staircase is completely snapped away from the floor you're on, and you can't even begin to imagine just how these hetero creatures could ever be able to make their way up here when they literally lack the cognitive ability to do something as complicated as this. From the severely destroyed staircase, a few razor-sharp parts stand coldly in the air, reminiscent of the sharp fangs of a menacing beast and making it close to impossible for anyone to set their foot on this staircase. The staircase now lies lopsided against sand and gravel, making its tilted surface an almost unscalable hill. Anyone in the right mind who might try their luck at getting up here would definitely seek a different path, or work with some sort of tool at the very least. The hetero creature down there, however, have for this entire time been trying to make their way up with the destroyed staircase. And then you hear a weird noise coming from the staircase. It's the same noise you heard just moments ago, a metallic object being pulled lengthwise or twisted. Then it hits you. It's the hetero creatures that are making the noise as they crawl over what's left of the destroyed staircase. Wait, do you see what the one is doing over there? Looking at where Liv is pointing, you see a hetero creature slowly itching its way towards the staircase's razor-sharp skeleton that's poking out of one of the stairs. With its belly, the softest parts of a hetero creature, against the needle-sharp skeleton of the staircase, the hetero creature does not come to a halt. Right when the skeleton pokes through the hetero creature's belly, you can almost hear a crispy snap inside your head. Ugh. Despite the cut in its belly, however, the hetero creature keeps moving, the liquid coming out of the wound slowly dripping down amongst the fragments, turning, before you know it, into a river underneath the other hetero creatures. When the first hetero creature finally grinds to a halt, a second one is already stepping on its dead body, commencing a ritual of path paving one stair up. Where the hetero creature were unable to set their foot on the destroyed staircase, they can now safely do so with the corpses of their kind underfoot. And the weird noise you hear earlier is the sound of the staircase being squeezed under the weight of all the hetero creatures trying to make their way up. Flashing past your mind a moment like this, however, is the story of the Tower of Babel. At the same time, you see yourself as the very god who can't wait to topple the tower. We aren't safe here. They probably aren't ever gonna make it up here, but I think we should leave just to be safe. Copy that. Calculating evacuation routes. It'll take another 30 seconds. Half an hour later. Done scanning. We're safe for the time being, except we don't have a geographical advantage here. I'll keep scanning our surroundings though, in case of anything. Thank you, Liv. Don't mention it. And thank you too, Lily. Damn, our commandants had to dude. Second thoughts. Taking out these little fries were nothing but a cakewalk, and I was able to try out the silencer in my composite armaments too. We'll send you a request for certain optimization once we're back. Sure thing, Lee. So what's our plan now? Liv, can you pull out the mission info we've gathered so far? Let's go through what we already have first. Sure, just 1 second. Liv works away on her terminal and arranges the projects in a layout which they're all simultaneously viewable. We have 3 sets of mission coordinates in total, and we've been investigating them in descending order and are so far done with the first 2, and we're at the 3rd location now. The first set of coordinates is located 16 kilometers outside the area of coverage of the CPFs. Characteristics of the location are speed at which the plant wither and the excessive density of the punishing found in the soil. Normally and theoretically speaking, an area of coverage should be slightly bigger than what is publicly announced, forming what they call a partly shrouded area that falls short of being as effective as the actual area of coverage. I've just double-checked and confirmed the CPFs closest to the first set of coordinates are still functional, which is why it makes no sense for the punishing virus to be found at such a high density in the partly shrouded area. Right, not to mention that the hetero creatures there are tougher than the ones we usually have to fight. But they got a power boost in the punishing virus. Question is, where did these nutritions come from? Nothing has occurred in the area recently that might have caused the density of the punishing virus to rise. What about the second set of coordinates? The second set of coordinates is located 5 kilometers southwestward of where conservation area 646 used to be. Thank you for the stretched peanuts. Oh, it's a long read, isn't it? It is within an area of coverage, but the CPF there has stopped working. The punishing is no longer the densest there by the time we got there. It was 7 kilometers southwestward of the conservation area instead. And at this new location, 7 kilometers southwestward of the conservation area, we came across a pile of dead bodies of hetero creatures that occupied about 96 square meters. Based on our observation, we believe that some of the corpses have degraded and made their way into the soil. Fortunately, though, given the conservation area's proximity to the Inver Hetero Tower, the citizens of the conservation area has migrated from the clean zone, and they were the first people to have done so. Which is why there was no casualties when all the hetero creatures showed up. Based on the discussions we had on the way, it's possible that the same things happened to these two locations. You mean how a bunch of hetero creatures died and their bodies degraded into the soil? That sounded logical enough. On the assumption that things happened faster at the first location than they did in the second location, which is why we didn't see any half-degraded corpses of hetero creatures in the first location. I bet those corpses have completely made their way into the soil at the first location, which is why we're seeing the punishing in such a high density here. There's one question we need to answer if we're looking for that assumption, though, which is, just who in the world smoked all those hetero creatures without catching anyone's attention? Dumbfounded, Lee and Liv said nothing. The three of you fall silent together. Could have been a new ascendant, no? We can't tell for sure, but we don't need to have a definite conclusion right now. Well, let me go ahead and bring us up to speed about the location we're currently at, then. The third set of coordinates is what remains of City 27, located inside an effective area of coverage because it was slated to be turned into a conservation area. No one came to fix the roads here after an earthquake destroyed them 6 months ago. Construction efforts of City 27 have been indefinitely suspended ever since. Most of the refugees live in small conservation area in the other half of the area of coverage. Despite an overload, the CPFs here are operating normally. In the mission summaries we received, they made no notes of there being a hetero creature in large number here in data they've sent back from Earth. So it's possible that what happened at the first two locations is gonna happen here as well, but progressed more slowly? Which means something is probably going to show up here soon and kill all the hetero creatures here, and come up with a pile of dead bodies. We're missing something from the equation. The CPFs at the first location aren't working, but the ones here are. Right, and there's no way anyone could tell there are CPFs here just looking at the data. I'm guessing that means hetero creatures here might have a higher resistance against CPFs. The theory from the discussion amongst the three of you just now won't stand if you can't work out the inconsistencies observed amongst the CPFs at the three locations. Could it be that the three locations operate by slightly different mechanisms? That's possible. All we can say about the three different locations is that they have hetero creatures in great numbers that, for some reason, have developed a higher resistance against CPFs. And the only way to take this conversation further is we to figure out what brought them about. With the discussion once again reaching a stalemate, you run a mental search in your head, hoping to find any missing pieces that might explain what's happening. Right then, all projections go poof without a trace. We got company, Commandant. The hetero creatures are coming this way and we need to get out of here. Get out of here. Oh my god, I'm going cross eyes. I'm gonna do some squats, y'all. I'm gonna get blood clots from reading all this. Exercise time. Stretch legs. I need a full body tracker for this one. Doing some squats. Just get my blood flowing. Ah, peanuts. No, Doros. Thank you for the hydration, Drifter. Some squats. Man. Slaps to the face. Wake up, Straw. There's more reading to be done. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Drifter. I definitely need those. I don't need those Doros though. They're cute, but I only have so much room in my room, and they're also giving me a concussion. I can barely read as it is, Peanuts. No, my brain cells. Okay, let's continue. Actually, let me get some tea first. I got myself regular black tea. Well, actually, no, it's not black tea. It's red tea, and my cold green tea, just to. Nice dance party. We're gonna get through this story. We're gonna get through this story if it's the last thing I do, y'all. Go! Oh, man. Thank you. That woke me up. I hope. Get the transport craft to pick up I deserve that clown. I deserve that clowning. I couldn't even read the first sentence. Get the transport craft to pick us up as we go. Wait, are we heading straight back? Aren't we going to stick around and wait for whatever can kill all these hetero creatures to show up? There's no telling we can make it out of here with the thing around. We should err on the side of caution. We should err on the side of caution without Lucia around. Damn, we're that weakened? Lee, you gotta step up your game, man. Without Lucia, you're basically our main powerhouse now. Right, 1 second now. Pulling out what seems like a magazine and switching into composite armaments, Lee fires a shot towards the highest points of the building. What comes out of his weapon, however, isn't a bullet, but a claw-like object, one that travels through the air following a trajectory. What's that? A monitoring bot that can control remotely. It'll stay here and keep an eye out on things for us. But it's just a toy that I came up with on a whim, and it isn't meant to be durable against powerful enemies. Better than nothing, I guess. I just heard back from the transport craft commandant. They can't meet us at the rendezvous points given what's at stake. We need to keep a distance away from the rendezvous points. What do you suggest we do instead? Let's see. There's a mid-sized conservation area southward of where we are with a mission squad from Babylonia. We can take cover there for the time being. We should probably give them a heads up before we go, in case we can't get rid of all those creatures on our own. We don't want those things following us into the conservation area. Right, and the one in charge of the mission squad is Vera from Cerberus. Message sent. Great, let's stay on the download and head southward now. Roger. Oh my god. Fighting? Something to do. And we get to play with a new girl. Nice. Oh, story first. This Noctis guy, is he really as bad as you make him sound? Yes, Noctis is a lazy troublemaker. I'm always there to handle this. Ew. Oh, sorry, you're just censoring your cussing. For a second there I thought you meant it literally. 21, that was kind of gross. I wanted to sneeze, but the sneeze didn't come. Now I'm just tearing up with an itchy nose. I'm always here to handle his shites every time Captain is mad at him. Are you sure you didn't mean to say you're always there to deal with the mess he causes? Yeah, that's what I meant. As number 21 does a disgusted squint, her cobot raises his legs, apparently wanting to give Noctis a few metaphoric kicks to the stomach and to the butt. But Captain always go easy on him, see? What took you so long? Remember what time boss said we should be back to get things ready? Cannon wears the same look on her face, but 21 can feel her vibes changing from just moments ago. It's quite a walk back from the forest. I think I've never tried walking back from there myself. It took me only 15 minutes when I did that. When are you gonna stop slacking off? I wasn't snacking off. And today of all days, huh? Why are you doing this when boss and everyone else here is so nice to you? The boy's growing volume draws the attention of the two people sitting by the tent who are busy organizing their things. They stand up and walk up this way. Hey, Cannon. Walking over this way was a friendly old lady and a slender, middle-aged man. The old lady greets Cannon in a cheering tone while the middle-aged man sizes up 21. Hey, Auntie Windger. No, Granny Windger, we can't. The old lady pats the teenager on the shoulder, gesturing him to hold fire for the time being. Pouty, the teenager says no more, while his eyes brim with hostility all the same. See, Cannon, this young one is not a bad kid. He just says what's on his mind. Right. Is this your friend? Lovely. Oh, I've seen her before. She came with a squad from Babylonia, right? Huth? Right, I've seen her by the red-haired captain. Wow, they have really upped their NPC game. They used to just be reusing a few models. Superb. Come on in, young lady. I know your squad come to keep us safe. We're celebrating Salvation Day today in commemoration of when Saloon led us in forming this self-help group. It's going to get rowdy in a bit. Sooth and I are just organizing the light bulbs that we've been decorating the tents with. Boss is being too nice to her, I swear to God. Come on, Lillian. Let's not go there on a day like this. Cannon has a way with recon, and Saloon has good things to say about that. Wait, you aren't jealous of her because of that now, are you? Cannon is here to help us. You really don't want to hold a grudge since we all live together. I'm sure you'll be amazed with a capital A when you grow up. But she's only showed up when we're handing out supplies, and keeping an eye out for potential threats is all she ever does. Hell, she doesn't even really talk when I talk to her. How am I supposed to see her as one of us when she's like that? And there are always strings attached whenever we need her help. Ain't never seen such a greedy leech if you ask me. If I ever hear her saying all these words and phrases sometimes that I don't understand, she's just weird. We would never have asked her to come down here to help us out if Sharon didn't go. And this leech isn't even helping us for free, as we all know. Lillian. The old lady's face grew heavy at the mention of the name Saren. The middle-aged man by the name Hoth wastes no time giving Lillian a piece of his mind. Realizing what he has just done, the teenager said nothing. Sorry, Granny, I didn't mean to. Wait, I thought you came here with your squad to help us find the people that went missing. What's taking you people so long? What are you doing goofing around with the leech? Just go and fight Saren already. Lilith directed the question to number 21 in a slightly quiet tone, and apparently knowing that he isn't going to get the answer he wants with this question out of number 21. Hurry up and get in. Dinner should be ready in a bit. Nodding a hoof, Cannon grabs number 21 by the arm and dashes off. When number 21 looks back, she sees the gray-haired woman in the arms of Sooth, her shoulders shivering slightly. I'm sorry, 21. What are you sorry for? For how you were treated back there. It's all my fault. Oh, I see. A lot of people are like that to me. It might not be your fault. It's probably because you carry different vibes from people. People here label me as odd when they sense something different about me. Animals accept or reject individuals based on smell, and humans might differ slightly from animals in certain ways, except feelings don't lie. Hence the way Lilin treated you. Basically, he saw you as an oddball too. Only saving grace, though, is that he apparently guessed who you were, which is why he didn't spew more venom than he already had. Number 21 wonders if she somehow picked up Cannon's vibes hanging out with her, and what people think of Vera and Noctis when they see them standing with her. She wonders if people would throw Vera and Noctis into the garbage yard too, just because they hated the Cerberus. Just as number 21's mind is about to grow agitated, she feels a sting from the restraints around her neck, subduing the ripples in her head with pain. Are you feeling okay? Hey, come on over here now. Come on over now, it's about to start. Already? I'm not even done here yet. Wait up. Before 21 could answer Cannon's question, her surroundings grow rowdy with people gathering towards the biggest tents in the base. Hey, if you aren't in a hurry, would you mind if I walk out with you after claiming my share of supplies? I doubt there will be anything useful left for me to claim if I don't do it myself. Cannon asks 21 with somewhat awkward expression, and when 21 nods, Cannon once again ensures that 21 feels fine, before they heads towards the tent with the crowd. Oh yeah, and also just as a, I guess, fun fact, constructs, unlike Nikes, do not eat food. At least I don't think they're capable of. They're just full-on cyborgs, or robots. The Eternals are nothing like humans. Whereas the Nikes, you know, they're built as similarly as humans as they possibly can replicate. Constructs and punishing Grey Ravens are just machines. The inside of the big, reinforced tents bustles with people, most of whom with a smile on their face. Caught right in the middle of the festival vibe, number 21 feels slightly out of place. Mixed with the burnt smell of low-quality tobacco and the odor of human bodies, ew, and the smell of heated food fills the air with and warms the body. I don't know how much tobacco and human bodies smell warms the body, my dude. With all the unneeded decorations put away either outside the tents or in the corners, the center of the tents now hold a makeshift wooden stage. One side of the wooden stage is lined with a slightly disorganized row of long tables, with cups sitting on one of them. People gathered around that table to get drinks. Another table carried some food made with canned food, and ingredients that had been sitting around for quite some time. Two of the pots sitting in the table seems only passably decorated. Drooling, all the adults and kids are all looking at the food, but none of them fighting over it. Cannon had been talking with a woman in a hat since she entered the tent, while number 21 remains standing where she is. Looking up, number 21 sees yellowish light bulbs hanging on the ceiling of the tents. Flashing cords of lights line the overhead beams, in addition to the main source of lights. Many of the light bulbs don't work anymore, but the smacks of lights here and there still mesmerized number 21. I just asked around and found that Salons are about to give a speech in a bit. Let's go get some food after that and bounce. Do you need to eat? I don't, but I could get some useful stuff if I can exchange my food with people. There are merchants passing by this conservation area all the time, and it's from them that I get, well, what I need for my body. I see. Right then, at the clings of someone beating a piece of enamel tableware, people all turned in unison to face where the clings come from, and with it the crowd falls silent. On a stage that's only big enough for one occupant, a tall man greeted the crowd with a smile. How is everyone doing today? The simple greeting sets off a tsunami of applause. Seeing people raising their arms to greet him, the man nods back with a grin. Thank you all for being here today. We're all here today not only to celebrate having lived through yet another year, but also to commemorate of what's happened over the past few years and the people we shall not forget. We're living through a time in which the whole of who we are is greater than the sum of our parts, and trust, my friends, is what makes us strong. Now I've never failed to take the opportunity to recount the hardship we've had to live through on this special day every year, but in the interest of time, I'll save all of us the pain of having to listen to the same old story this year. Hey, don't do that. I'm new here and I'm all ears. Is that a bedtime story? Raise your hand if you want him to tell a bedtime story. As they speak, people wait in anticipation for their leader to take them down memory lane, when with time they can still recount by heart. With Silence raising his hand with yet another smile, people stop talking and return their gaze at him. Let me take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt welcome to our new friends. You can try to catch me or someone else who knows all about our stories to bring you up to speed, but do allow me to skip a few things here and there as we go. Peanut. You're lucky I can't eat peanuts right now. I got a slight cough, but I would be saving those roasted peanuts for when I can eat them. Got them in my peanut pile. With that said, however, I'd like to ask all of us to pay our respect where our respect is due, to everything we have overcome together, and to all those who have sacrificed themselves for us to be here. With it, the tent falls completely quiet, remnants of a church without a single soul. With Silence leading the prayer, everyone is fully immersed in the mood of the moments, even the children. These people might have come from different walks of life, but here they are remembering the darkest moments they've all lived through together. About a minute later, the crowd finally emerges out of the prayer as the noise of talking resumes. I'd like to thank all of us here for your trust, because without you, we would not have been here to see this light that shines through the night today, says Selen as he passes his eyes over every face in the audience. There are many whom have known him for years. When they met Silence in the eyes, their eyes brim with tears. As all of you already know, we're currently facing some difficult challenges. Some of us has come back home wounded, while some have gone missing, with their whereabouts unknown. But I'm sure we'll do everything we can to find them, like we have so many times before, and I'm sure all of us will contribute to that. And seeing as they aren't here with us today, we'll hold a homecoming party for them when they're coming back home again. Yes, let's do that. Another tsunami of applause drowns the place, with sobs and cries coming from here and there. I've got some good news to share too. Given our proximity to this clean zone, we're likely going to be the next group of people to move there. And we'll all be safe and free of worries once we're there. I think we're close to the end of the tunnel here. And last but not least, please help yourself to the food and drinks. One serving per person though. You know the drill. Oops, I guess y'all need no reminders, do you? But do bear with this one last announcement. Yes, I promise this is going to be the last announcement of the day. The gathering is only going to last for 2 hours, and you're free to go on partying in your respective tents after that. Oh my. Frisky. Please refrain from being outside after the gathering, and that's that. The good news and Salon's good sense of humor lightens the mood. People from the fringe of the crowd starts making their ways toward the table with food. Another group of people surrounds Salons, shaking his hand and making small talk with him as he walks down the stage. I'm done. Oh. Wow, she is much taller than I thought she would be. Cannon made her way to the long table with food even before Salons finished his speech, and got her share of food before people started gathering by the table. 21 keeps her eyes fixed on the group of people surrounding Salons, apparently not ready to go. Hey, what's the matter? What are they doing? Why are they doing that? Don't they need their supplies? People do that to ease themselves of the pain they feel inside. What about you then? The big guy just thanked everyone here, and that includes you, Cannon. Salons is probably a reliable and trustworthy person, but he's their leader here. Anyone who wants to be a leader here has to become part of them, which is not something I can do. It's just like as you said, 21. You have no idea why some people are hostile against you. That's because there's no way you can become part of what you don't belong to, unless you forgive up to being who you are. But I don't want to be assimilated and become someone I don't even recognize, just so I can get to enjoy being part of the group. I just can't become part of something else that I'm not. Assimilated. 21 repeats what Cannon just said. Come on, let's get going. We just need to cross this conservation area to keep walking down the path there, and we'll reach our encampments. Sure. Having only taken a few steps, however, 21 stops Cannon. What if this is what I saw in my terminal? A wolf pup goes missing after it's born. How will it ever find its way back to the other wolves? Well, I guess it's gonna be hard. Without another wolf around to teach it how to survive the world, it won't even last a few days. And even if the baby wolf is lucky enough to fend for itself and even find food, it won't last long on its own. A pack doesn't take in some wolf they don't know. I see. Let's go. Ready to leave, 21. Ready to leave. 21 starts walking. That was not a good sound, not a tone for that line. Cannon waits. Right when 21 and Cannon is about to exit the tents, Salons call their name from behind. He makes a beeline for them as he refuses the drinks that people try to pass them. Not gonna stick around just longer, Cannon? And this is a construct from Babylonia, I presume. How are you? I can't do that. It's almost my shift now. But I thought it was supposed to be Musar's shift. Oh boy, I guess she meant it when he said he was gonna drink until he dropped tonight. Cannon responds with a nod, apparently not wanting to continue the conversation. In a quiet tone, Salon says what's on his mind. I heard about how Lennon treated you today. I'm sorry for what happened. He just has a hard time changing the way he is. I talked about one for all and all for one all the time, and I'm sure he's got that off me. I mean, that's what's been helping us through the toughest of days here. Anyhow, I'll have a talk with him. He's really helpful, and he's on good terms with most people here. The way you live can come across as a little special here, and that's not to say you need to change the way you live, of course, and I'm sure you know that. It's just that the way you live your life probably reminds Lennon of what he's experienced in the past. And it's because of what happened that he... Anyhow, allow me to apologize to you on his behalf. It's fine. Auntie Windger had it all smoothed out for us. Oh, is that so? That's great then. Right when Salons is about to say something more, a dead drunk woman shows up and stuffs a mug into his hand. Salons, that's great what you said. You're the... Geez, Susie. How much did you drink? Just wait. Oh, come on. We gotta do this. Here, bottoms up. And you just do whatever floats your boat. Seeing what's happening, Cannon nods at silence and elbows her way through the crowd that's gathering this way for a look at the scene. Leaves the tents. Thank you for the hydration, Drifter. Honestly, I was about to take a sip of my tea too after that. They're getting a drink. I'm getting a drink. I know, right? Everyone's drinking. I deserve one too. Thank you for the peanuts too. My pile of peanuts grow ever larger. Before the party tents. Just finished a 7-minute battle? Jesus. What battle took you 7 minutes to do, Drifter? What game is that from? After I lost a 10-minute battle just before. A game that challenges you, I can't even imagine. If it took you 7 minutes, it's probably gonna take me 20 minutes, whatever it is. Resident 1, no news at all. Sorry. But it's been days already. Have you really been searching seriously? We'll do our best to locate the missing people. I've lost contact with all of them. How's that possible? What the hell is that thing? Buddy, where are you going? Lost at Google Snig? Oh dear. I don't think that's why he lost. Business has been tough recently. I don't doubt it. You're in the apocalypse, buddy. How are you supposed to even do business here? This way, and I'll get to Buddy. Oh, sorry, you lost at Google Snakes. Damn. How far did you get to? I was never really good at that game, though. Google Snakes. I never react fast enough to turn the snake before it hits its own body. Buddy, check this out. I can't use your eyes anymore. I'll figure it out myself. It is an eternal forest boss fight, so you select difficulty to fight. Ah, I see. Oh shit, it's going so fast. There should be more around here. Buddy, see if you can find a source. Okay. I'm still not used to it. I can't connect to Buddy. It's only time before Buddy makes the uwu face for us. Is that where it's from? Internal forest? Actually, it might be. Found anything? Let me check. Ah, forget again. I can't see you anymore. I'll go around. Wait for me. Unknown slime. Ugh. Let's not touch that. Strange traces. What could they be? Well, at least they're pink and not white. Oh dear. That's Danganronpa blood. Control E. A dead person. A dead person who dresses up like a traveling merchant passes by. Her chest seems to have been torn open by something with signs of infection on the skin around the wound. Her fingertips are coated with black mud and her body is still warm. She must have passed away not long ago. It is all over the walls. Yep, already dead. Dead as hell. An exit. Yep, but there aren't any strange traces out there. Suspicious traces. Strange traces on the wall, also with human tissue and punishing virus. Was the fight intense? I didn't hear any fight at all. Could it be snails? Some snail seems to have moved past here. I don't think it's snails, bud. I really don't think a snail cost this, little friend. Was there a fight? Same dialogue? We'll skip that. Do we want to look at the other dead person? We're just looking at dead people. A dead person. He looks like a conservation area resident. His legs were deeply infected with obvious traces of tissue fluid coming out. Bloody blisters can be found on the exposed skin. Ew. Oh, and the character trial for 21 is called Uninhabited. Okay, thank you, thank you. I shall be sure to check that out. A survivor. He is still breathing, but the one next to him has already passed away. Judging from the amounts of the liquid with punishing virus on his face, the man would probably lose his eyes even if he survives. Under that is Lucia's coding trial. Ah, perfect then. We'll just do them like back to back. Why the buzz? Bad reception? Buddy, let's go outside. Ew. Oh my. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, our girl's going cray-cray. Yeah, how many are there? Endless. Okay, am I doing something wrong? Am I supposed to be doing something here? Drifter, is this part of the story? Keep fighting, okay. It's just a very long battle. Gotcha. Thank you. I was really afraid it was gonna be another glitch or something. I seem to run into quite a few of them with gacha games, unfortunately. Press and hold basic attacks. Oh. I see. Thank you. Man, that took a while. nice still. Uh-oh. Well, there goes all of our survivors. You're injured. We're ambushed. Anyways, and go and bring a captain here. That way, hurry. Where? Which way? Which way? This way? I'm directionally challenged. That was 3. There's 24 of them. Oh man. May want to try. Yeah, I think we'll take a little break from the story for now. Let's do the character trials. It is long. I'll probably do the other part of the story next time. Let's see. What did you say the trials were? Uninhabited. Yes. Tutorial. Yes, let's do this one. Let's check it out. Oh my. Nice. To end. Where interactive point? There, interactive point. She does seem to be more comfortable now, at least. Okay. When casting Force Pass, you want to gain Force Wolf Spirit points and restore HP to allies within the. So OP, bro. This one reminds me of Alpha's attack. Nice. Attack. Ah, shit. I messed that one up. Nice. Her attacks is very similar to Alpha's. The only mystery is now the dodging. How is her dodging and reflect, I guess? Her lobby interactions are quite fun. Oh, well, I hope I get her.
懂了，要留点活口。
Nice. Okay, okay. Not bad at all. Let's see which one was the other one. Uninhabited and Lucia's coding trial. Is it this one? No, it's not. Exit. Yes. I don't need no tutorials. Is it this one? Yes, I believe so. The new skin. Nice. She looks quite good. Wow, she almost doesn't look like Lucia with the skin on. Oh my. Ow. Come on now, I totally dodged that. Oh, it switches her. Oh! Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was a little confused on how her ult works. And this coding is fire. Oh, quite literally fire. It does definitely make her look more mature though. I'm digging the looks. Honestly, her original looks makes her look very young as a teenager. Give her a whole different vibes. Nice. Oh my. Have a closer look at her model? How do I do that? On, I guess... Let's see, which model is this one on? The regular one? Doesn't look like it. Let's see, Lucia Plume. Dawn. Oh, I can't see that? Ah, there you go, Plume. She is very nicely detailed. very, very nice. Oh, I thought for a second her tattoos move. But yeah, she definitely looks like an older lady. Look at our Lucia, all grown up. Man, is the story that far along? Where she's a full-grown woman now? Oh yeah. Dress made of burning pages. That's very nice too. That's nice detail that there's actually writing on them. I wonder what they're referenced to. Astrology? Rituals, maybe? Her weapon is interesting too. I can't quite make out what it's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be like, you know, written in stone, a wrapped scripture or something. The little bot flying around has a devil's... Well, it has a pentagram. Yes. It's got a nice pentagram on him. Man, if they made it readable, that'd be nice too. Add some secret lore on the dress itself. Pages of the story. Yeah, it is probably from a grimoire. Not too surprising if it would be. Unfortunately, I don't have the unit itself, but maybe one of these days. And I'm assuming that this is a paid-for skin. It's very nice, though. Very nice. Also, her tattoos. Yeah. Tattoos do indeed reflect that as well. Oh, it's paid. That's too bad. That's too bad. I only have enough for one row. Singular 10 rolls. So, unless we get it super early on, I don't think we're gonna have much of a chance of getting her. We'll see though. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see our luck. One gold. Wolf girl, I'm coming home, please. Please. I'm asking super nicely. Well, at least Lucia came home. Later on, you get select who you go for in gacha. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Oh, we'll do that. Well, while we're here, I guess we might as well use our basic ones too. Actually, we're quite close to it. Who should we pull for? Honestly, it's been so long since I've played this game. Yeah, Nikkei took all my luck, man. Every last bit of luck just went straight to Nikkei. I don't really even use... You know what, maybe Vera. I feel like Vera is probably gonna be my most used unit. Should I pull though? It might be a waste since I don't have enough for a full 10 pull. Using that alone. Maybe I'll just wait for it. Man, I am so broke in this game. I need to play it more. Do not do enough, man. The other game modes have a lot of BC and R&D. Oh, nice. Yeah, I need to get into that. Actually play this game. I've been doing nothing but logging in, doing my dailies, and logging out. And it is not enough, as it seems. Not enough. Minigame has stuff too. Nice, nice. I'll be sure to do that as well. Well, I mean, I guess with that, I will call this stream an end for now. Pretty decent. We made some progress. We made a small dent in the story that is number 21. Ow. A lot of reading. But it's not bad so far. Although, honestly, because of its slow burn, Peanuts, I'm trying to give monologue. Do you like the Mustang? I love the flippin' Mustang Doro, man. The keeper. Okay, y'all. Thank you for being here. Oh, I don't doubt it was a funny fight. It was a fantastic Peanuts. Peanut, please. No, I don't mean I want peanuts. And those other, honestly, I don't even know how you find them, Drifter. Don't throw a whole ass sparrow at me, Peanut. I'm leaving. I'm getting bullied on this platform. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.